Hello everyone, there's a very interesting thread on Spectrum started by R4Dent, request for Yogi, can you make a video to show us what Master Mode combat in 3.23 should look like? And Yogi replied, no, I will not make a video about 3.23 combat, and that is for a number of reasons. The most important one is that it does not matter how we think the game should be played, it matters how players actually play it. This is of course very nice, good to hear this. And then he lists a number of problems, and just to make it clear that we hear players, here are some of the issues we would like to approach. Some of them are from our own lists, others come directly from player feedback, some both in no particular order. Snub fighters are not really where they need to be. Light fighters are now too weak. I don't accept this. No way, that's not true. One-on-one dogfights are lacking, yes. Ability to evade shots, a big problem. Adding jerk back into IFCS. I was kinda happy jerk is gone. It's just another parameter, just another stat. Don't add too many stats to your game, otherwise it will be a nightmare to balance it and to fix bugs. Trying out an egg-shaped velocity space to suppress back strafing. Iterating on the AI to make it hit less perfect than we want. Teaching the AI not to over-rely on back strafing. Iterating on enough SCM spool times. ESP not being as good as it needs to be. Turret ESP being somewhat wacky on sticks. Make the piloting combat less about aim and more about flight. This would be very nice. Aiming, system networking not performing well enough. Well, right now on 3.23 nothing is performing well. We have massive desyncs, massive input lags. Issues with certain mining and salvaging ships not being able to use gimbals from cockpit seats. Issues with GeForce zoom effects being inconsistent. Specific ship tunings that feel out of whack. For example, Redeemer and Saber. Actually, there are a lot more ships that have very strange stats, to say it mildly. I already made a video about this. Iterating with the speed walls and ship tunings in general. Missiles flying way too fast for master mode tuning. That's interesting. How do you want to fix this? Do you want to make missiles fly very slow, like max 200 meters per second? Integration of flight mechanics and combat geometry with RN. So as you can see, there's a lot of stuff related to the flight and combat experience that needs to be addressed. Once that has happened, we might consider making a video, but that point is not now. And even when we reach it, I would still say that our content creators will do a much better job than us, bunch of devs working on flight and combat. Hope that makes sense. Yogi does a great job to reply to comments on Spectrum, which is very nice. Thank you very much for this, Yogi. However, I have to talk about how I see this. Does this look like CIG has a plan, has a concept, thinks through and thinks in advance? No, of course not. Same old CIG. After all, we are in year 12 and I think things like ship combat and flight model should have been nailed down years ago. And how can Squadron 42 be feature complete when there are still so many issues with Mastermodes? Remember, Mastermodes was made mainly because of Squadron 42 and now CIG just took it over to the universe, and I don't think a flight model ship combat made for a single player game will do well in multiplayer. I hope you found this interesting. Let me know what you think in the comments below and see you next time. Bye. Auf Wiedersehen. Hey, you're still here. You might want to join me on Twitter. My Twitter account is Camural_SC.